Hi, my name is Miss Kate, and I am one of the OTs who works at your school. Miss O asked me to make a video about scissor skills, so here we are. I'm going to try and keep it brief. So scissor skills is something that we definitely start using a lot more in kindergarten. Things that I'm going to cover today, cutting straight lines and simple shapes, and also the positioning that is correct when we are cutting. All right, so if we are in kindergarten and your child has not really used scissors a lot yet, let's talk about positioning first because that's number one. We have these scissors, so these are just regular scissors. Sometimes the classrooms have those easy open ones, which have a little lever right here, depending on how our kids are doing and what they need. But let's just work off of the typical scissors today. And if you have any questions about other scissors, let your teacher know and I'll make another video. So we've got the smaller hole on top for our thumb and the larger hole on bottom for the other fingers. All right, now when we're cutting, we want to make sure that our thumb is pointing up, up, up into the air and not going to the side because that makes it harder when they're cutting and it can be really frustrating, right? One of the things that I'll do if one of my little friends is new to scissors and having a hard time remembering to keep their thumb up straight, we'll give them a little sticker. I've got some little sheep here, and I'll put it on their thumb, put mine this way, so I can see that I want to keep my sticker up straight to the sky. Also, one of the things that's important is making sure our arm isn't all the way out here, and that when we're cutting, like we do in kindergarten, we are going to keep our arm in, our thumb up. All right, so cutting skills. Let's start off with a straight line, right? Because that's where, where a lot of kids are comfortable starting if we haven't really used scissors before. This is what I call our helper hand because it holds the paper and helps us. And then there's my hand that is holding the scissors. And I'm just going to squeeze, 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 and adjust my helper hand, right? And cut, cut, cut. I can adjust my helper hand, snip all the way through, and there we go. I cut through a straight line. Now, using our helper hand and remembering to adjust our helper hand becomes more important as we move through the shapes. And in kindergarten, sometimes we'll be cutting, straight edge shapes like a triangle, or the round shapes like a circle. But for today's demonstration, let's just say that we're cutting a triangle. Again, if your child is new to scissors, sometimes I think it's really helpful. So if we give them something like this, I'm like, okay, time to cut. Sometimes they're like, oh, which way do I get to that shape? So sometimes I feel like it's helpful to add a little dotted line. You do a little arrow if you want. Be like, we're going in this way and go up, up, up. Okay. So for cutting our triangle, we are going to, again, thumb is up in the air, my elbow is close to my side, and I'm going to follow the dotted line in. And when I need to adjust my helper hand, I do. Exactly when we need to make a turn, that's another moment where we're using our helper hand. And snipping, thumb is up in the air. It's not to the side like this because then it didn't cut as nice. And we keep going. And then helper hand turns and snip, snip, snip. And if we need to move again and adjust, that's okay. And snip, 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 all the way through. And we have our triangle. So I tried to keep it brief today. But that is the basics of our scissor skills in kindergarten. So if your child is new to scissors, starting off with, at the simplest, if we're just starting off, we can do snipping, right? And then building up to a line, cutting across a page. And then we have our edged shapes and round shapes. So if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to know, please ask your teachers and they will let me know, and then we'll keep doing this thing if you like. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Yeah. Have a great week. Bye.